Hey there, Tom here from Fibonacci-Traders.com, your daily market recap from Koh Phangan, Thailand. So like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the rest of the video. So as we enter the most important earnings week of this Q1 2024, let's see what SPY and Friends brought us. SPY closed the day with 0.8 to the upside. Looks like a very bullish candle, but if we zoom in, as we always say, zoom in, zoom out, and then you will get a better point of your price action. And as we can see, I will move closer to the mic. Head sideways move all across the day until the last hour. Volume came in, pushed price above the yellow zone for 91 now. Let's see. Tomorrow we are starting with AMD and many more interesting names, all the big names. Earnings until Thursday after the bell. We will finish this earnings season, the big names at least, with Apple Thursday 30 minutes after the bell. QQQ after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a Fibonacci number. 5 consecutive dojis. Today, bulls came in, same as the SPY. Bulls heading up with the sideways move, pushed price above the yellow zone, and then 430 will be the next resistance. But we need to sit and wait. We need to wait to see how market will react for those earning reports. You don't need to trade this week. It's perfectly fine to sit out until Friday or maybe even until next Monday. Perfectly fine. Dow Jones holding strong above the yellow zone. As we all know, the yellow zone is the most important zone of support and resistance for price action according to the FTI version 5. Holding above the yellow zone today, same as SPY, same as Qs. Look at the last hour. Look at the last candle. Bulls heading up with these games. Bull came in strong. Now let's see continuation towards the 386 and 390 to the upside. And bulls are back in control. Bears had their chance for now. Looks like bulls are back in control. IWM, same thing. Bulls heading up with this sideways move inside this yellow zone. The no trading zone we call it, because once price is inside this yellow zone, it is a no trading zone. Now bulls, same thing, came in the last hour of the day, pushed price up above the yellow zone on the 65, above the yellow zone on the daily. Now let's continuation back to the 202.05. The Bitcoin looks like they are waking up. We are now entering the yellow zone, and as we said, the FTI works on everything and anything you want to trade, whether it's the SPY, the Qs, any ETF, cryptos, Bitcoin of course, stocks, Forex, whatever you want to trade, the FTI version 5 will be there for you on any time frame to help you make better, smarter decisions. It will help you with this buy and sell signal. It will help you to catch the trend. The trend is your friend. This is why we have these Fibonacci trend lines to help us understand the trend. The long term, since September, we are in an uptrend. Now entering once again the yellow zone. The yellow zone, as we said, it's a no trading zone. You want to go long on Bitcoin, wait for a break above the 45, and then we can start taking long once again on Bitcoin. Of course, everything you see and hear on my videos is for educational purposes only. Never, 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 and doesn't matter who it is, follow blindly anyone on social media. Perfectly fine to get ideas, to watch, learn, open your mind for different opinions, different ideas, but in the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's your money, It's your responsibility to take care of your money because, frankly, in the end of the day, no one else will do it for you. Ethereum holding inside this uptrend channel, looking good, still below the yellow zone. We need to see it and wait to see break above the yellow zone, above the 25, and then we will be most certain that bulls are back in Ethereum. XBI, put it back on your watch list because we touched this lower trend line. This trend line is holding the higher lows since October. Look left where price came from. Now once again this trend line is holding the higher lows. Now all we need to do is sit, wait for a close, maybe 2 days closing above the 91 area, this yellow zone, and then we can start taking long position on the XBI. AMD is next, of course. AMD Tuesday after the bell. Earnings is coming up. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? How market will react? This is the only important thing. How market will react to AMD earnings? Will we see 216 and 236 to the upside, or will we see 150 to the downside? Overall, massive bull run on AMD. And to be honest, some kind of a pullback, relax, and price action will be super healthy. Of course, Nvidia will get affected as well. So what do you think will happen to Nvidia post AMD's earnings? Can we see long continuation above 627 to the upside, and then we will meet 670 and 725, or back retesting the yellow zone as support? This yellow zone was a very tough resistance for price action. Let's put it like this. Super intensive, all this area, very tough resistance, broke to the upside, in my opinion, too sharp to the upside, some kind of a pullback. 590, 560 even will be much it will be good for bulls. Apple back into the no trading zone. So as long as we are inside this no trading zone, we don't trade. Apple Thursday, 30 minutes after the bell. Meta coming up also Thursday after the bell. Meta, as long as we are inside this trend line, as long as we are above the yellow green line, as long as we are above the yellow zone, we are good to go long on Meta. But it's earnings season. Patience. If you're not long yet on any of these names, wait until Monday. As traders, we do not trade earnings. We do not trade reports. Why? Because it increases our risk. And our one job as traders is to minimize the risk, not increase. Microsoft, same as Meta, Tuesday, tomorrow, after the bell. Microsoft together with AMD. What a day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, what a day. AMD we talked about. Shopify, holding nice. Now, all we need to do, Shopify, breaking above the 84 area, held very nice above the yellow zone. Yellow zone, resistance, no trading zone, broke to the downside, broke to the upside. Once we saw a break to the upside, we got ourselves a buy signal over here. Back inside, we got a sell signal. This is how the FTI keeps us safe. Don't need to think too much, because we know that once we put on a trade, our emotions start to roll super fast. Logic moves aside. So this is why the FTI version 5 is here to help us. Buy, because we entered and broke above the yellow zone. Back inside, sell signal. It doesn't mean that we need to go short or long on every signal. We just need to think why we have this signal. Now we got ourselves a buy signal. Why? Because the yellow zone is holding very, very strong support. So it tells us that for now we are out of danger from the yellow zone. Now we can start our long position once again. Tesla, 4% to the upside. Can we get this gap at the 206 filled? We know that more than 85-90% of all gaps will get filled throughout time. All we need is one day above the 194, and then this red line, the sell pressure, will end for a short while. Then we will go closing this gap, and then we will hit the yellow zone as resistance. If you want, I have a special video on the FTI version 5. Few days ago I made a video. What is the FTI version 5? How it helps us to make better, smarter decisions, less emotional decisions. Link in the first comment below. Google joins Microsoft and AMD. Uptrend until proven otherwise. Can we see Google at the 165 or 142 post earnings? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this earnings season, where SPY and the Qs will end up this week? How this week will end for SPY and Qs? SPY on the weekly, can we get 420 on the weekly? Or 460, 467. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? SPY to the 420 by Friday's closing bell, or 467, same as Qs. Where can we get Qs by the end of this week? Can we get Qs? Let's make it a little bit like this. Can we get Qs to the 450 or 410 and maybe 400 to the downside? All depends. You guessed it. Amazon and friends. Amazon Thursday after the bell, just before Apple. Amazon will release earnings report. Long continuation, and we will see 171 bad reaction, and this yellow zone, look at this yellow zone from resistance, no trading zone, broke to the upside, bad reaction, and this zone will get retested once again as support. Nvidia, the only big name that still have time for the reports, still inside an uptrend channel, but basically it's stuck between the 595 and the 630. Long continuation above 630, and then we will see 670 and 724. Netflix, last but not least, holding nicely above the 555. Long continuation above. I want to see break above this zone, this 580 zone, together with this trend line. Very tough resistance. Long continuation above it, and then we will see 650. If SPY and Qs will react bad to all these earnings, this gap at Netflix will get filled in the next 2-3 weeks. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, like, subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell, because we are going live every day 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time for the pre-market preparations. Until then, stay safe.